do the fun activities first, compliment me whenever I did something, and was generally just very positive toward me. At the time, I thought she was perhaps my favorite person in the world. I remember even telling my mother about how much I loved Miss Todd. Anyways, one day, I sat down on my desk and opened it up to put crap in it, when shockingly, I saw that there was a Victoria's Secret magazine sitting in the pull-out drawer. The kid next to me noticed how shocked I was. I thought I was going to get in trouble, and we started talking about how I might have gotten there. Almost immediately, Miss Todd walks up and asks, "What have you got there?" I was seriously confused and told her it was sitting in my desk when I got there this morning. Well, she looks at me and tells me that the kid sitting next to me must have put it there. She kept repeating that statement over and over again to both him and me until I finally admitted that I guess he could have put it there. Maybe a few days after that, she approached me after class to tell me about this special trip I could go on if I kept doing good in class. It would be a trip with her and me to the Gulf of Mexico for the weekend. I remember being really excited about this at the time. However, suddenly she got replaced at the school and we got this new teacher that didn't like me as much. I was so heartbroken at the time. It wasn't until many years later that I realized how fucked up the situation was. It scares me thinking about it still. I was around 11 years old, and I woke up in the middle of the night to a man straddled on top of me with his hand over my mouth and nose. He told me to roll over and not scream. I rolled onto the floor and tried to scream bloody murder. I say tried because when you are truly terrified, it can take you a second to find your voice. My mom heard me screaming and came in and fought with the guy. He was at least 6 foot, she was 5'3". I scared him enough with the fighting and screaming that he took out the window he had come in through. They never did catch him, by the way. I was outside playing with my friends one afternoon. We were around 9 or 10. We lived in a quiet area. As we were playing, we noticed a man in a truck drive by over and over again. Each time he passed my friend's yard, he would drive slowly. We then realized that this man was recording us. It's one of those old handheld recorders. It freaked us out, to be honest. We ran inside their house and called his mom. She told him they needed to stay inside and that I should go home. I tried explaining that my mom wasn't home at the moment, but she still made me leave. I live about a mile or two down the road. I've never ran so fast in my life. I was terrified that Mal was going to find me as I was running back home. When my mom found out what happened, she was super pissed off. My friend's mom hadn't allowed me to stay at their house until she couldn't pick me up. When I was a kid and lived in my old apartment, my mom befriended the downstairs neighbor and would often invite her over for coffee and tea because she was always so lonely. A few weeks went by without hearing from her, so we go downstairs and knock on her door. It was like a movie where when you knocked, the door slowly crept open, as if it had been this way for a while. We walked inside and found her in the bathtub covered in blood, and the smell was disgusting. Apparently, the lady's girlfriend left her and she couldn't handle the pain. My mom's way of comforting me was, "Don't worry, Mark. She was our friend, so she won't haunt us." Gee, thanks, Mom.